everybody, I'm Ilanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome, or welcome back if you haven't been here before. Today we have, as you might have seen by the title of the video, another WIP and Chat. So grab out your works and let's ramble a bit, shall we? Since I had a Q&A type of video last week, this one will be an update sort of on like 2 weeks. So this one will be probably extra rambly because a lot did happen these weeks. And a lot of craziness. I tried to keep it short, but you probably know how long this video is by now, so yeah. Sorry if it's over an hour. Try not to, but can't promise anything. Because yeah, especially yesterday were crazy. Even before yesterday started, the weeks were crazy as is. So yeah, I hope you had a more calm week than I did. But I seriously hope you had a wonderful week and that you enjoyed it. And I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend if you celebrate it. Here we don't, but for in case I have American watchers. A little late, but still, happy 4th of July. This color. So, yeah. Where to start? Yeah, I think I start with a cat update. Again. It's not the best year for the cats this year. We noticed, what is it? 2 weeks ago? 1.5? Somewhat in that area, I believe. Around the 26th of June, we noticed that Lucia, our fat cat, if you've been here before, you know the story. One of the cats is overweight, and that's Lucia. We noticed that she didn't finish her food. Like, not completely, like just eating like, instead of 15 grams a time, like maybe 5 or 10. So we noticed she didn't eat a lot. And we're like, that's strange, because all of a sudden she doesn't finish her food. Because normally, yeah, it happens that when you gonna refill, it's like a little bit left, but it's most of the times like 2-3 grams tops. And now she had like almost her entire food bowl still full. So yeah, that's a lot for her. She didn't even show any interest in wet food, which we're like, that's odd. So last Friday, my husband went to the vet with her because, yeah, pandemic. We couldn't go together. Because, like, yeah, we didn't, for instance, goes great again today. I wanted to say that. Sorry, my baby monitor is beeping again. I'm completely off track already. Yeah, now I know what to say again. So we're like, we go to the vet to make sure, first of all, that she doesn't, like Luna had trouble with her teeth. So that, like, that end of the cat would be fine, to say it like that. I'm going to change my wax first. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I can pick up drills again. Okay, as I was saying, yeah, we wanted to check that her teeth were all okay, so that wouldn't be an issue. And yeah, after that, the vet was thinking about like maybe it is again a urinary tract infection that they didn't pick up last time because it had some bacteria but not a lot, so maybe it was a beginning infection. So the husband went and checked her teeth. They were all fine. And then they checked her, and I don't know how exactly, but I know that my husband said that it was that he wanted to check her abdomen to make sure that everything in there was fine. And they noticed that as soon as they touched her spine, that she, well, gave like a pain reaction. And once they will try to locate it, so like more touch it more, she would even hiss at them, and that's a thing she does not do often. So they were like, maybe there's something wrong in like her abdomen or her back or something like it. So they took pictures, and sadly I don't have them, at least not at this point. This week I probably should have get them because my husband asked for them so he could show me. So if you're interested, let me know down below, because there was something showing on I don't know what it was, an x-ray or an ultrasound, or I think an x-ray, because yeah, apparently she might have had a trauma, maybe a fall or some sort, but we don't know for sure. But it can also be just like her weight, because that is a contributing factor, and also the fact that her genetics can be a factor. But apparently a little part of her spine is, well, growing together. So yeah, she had pain there, and that's why she didn't want to eat. So yeah, he gave her some medication and pain relief and everything, and hopefully it'll take and she can still go and live a couple of years. But yeah, apparently a few of her, how was it called, the disc kind of things in her spine were combined. So yeah, it's best for her to lose weight, but yeah, still trying that for like the last half year or so. Isn't working the greatest, but yeah, it's getting more and more important every time we see the vet. But yeah, she now is on medication for the rest of her life, which is a bummer, obviously. She has now a pain relief that is also a anti-inflammatory at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. But the only thing is now she does need to have her blood drawn every year, because the side effect of these medications can be that I believe kidney and liver can have some issues. So yeah, great, since her intestines aren't the best to begin with. But yeah, normally, if all goes well, she can still go on a couple of years. She at least started back eating, but she isn't eating fully, so I am anticipating at this point to have to go back to the vet at the end of the week. But yeah, it's not the best year for my cats this year. But yeah, third time this year that we need to go to have an appointment at the vet's office. luckily the medication isn't too expensive, so it's not that we are like €1,000 a year extra to have her longer with us. Not that I would have put her down if the medication was like €1,000 a year. That would definitely not be a question. But yeah, she's turning an old sock, as we would have say here. Ze wordt een oude sok. Yeah, it's not the most fun thing of the week. Yeah, and on top of that, the husband should have been at home this week and next week. But he got a message yesterday morning at like 9:30, or at least at 9:30 he saw the message from his coworker that his coworker broke his arm. And he cannot drive with it, so he can't come to work, and he also can't do much at work with his arm broken. Because, yeah, he is left-handed, so he can still do a lot, but the things that he does is most of the time has a lot to do with computers. But he is right-handed when it comes to using a mouse. So yeah, not fun. And not easy to use a mouse if you're right-handed and do it left-handed. So yeah, and yeah, because they are in 2 teams now, still. And the other person of the team is on a vacation. Yeah, they had no one there, so yeah, my husband had to come in. And yeah, obviously the whole week was planned full with everything that we needed to have done. Well, needed to be done. They were like, oh, that's easier if we do that in the weeks that he is at home. Because then he doesn't need to arrange at work that he can go home for like an hour or something. Since yesterday, he had a doctor's appointment himself. So yeah, it was at work and could go a half hour later. And I had a checkup at the doctor's appointment for our son. He now is, as we say it ourselves, APK approved. Which is, well, as we say it here, an APK is actually a mandatory, how do you call it? Yeah, words. I just said it like not even a minute ago. Periodically. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry, words again, you know me. Well, a checkup for your car. That needs to be done every year. It's mandatory to test, well, how did my husband call it? The roadworthiness. At least if your car is safe to drive on the road, basically. So yeah, we always call it that. Also, when the cats need to go for their regular checkup and there's nothing wrong, we also say it's APK approved. Which obviously has nothing to do with a car. But yeah. And yeah, that's the thing. This Friday our own car needs to go through. So yeah. 2 APKs in 1 week. Only one for the car, which is, yeah, where it's meant for. But yeah, our son was completely approved. He had his shots. He had 2 shots. Because he is now over a year old, he had them in his arm. He gave him a shot in his left arm first, and he was like looking at the lady that well, the doctor that put him in, like, what the heck are you doing? And she was like, huh, he didn't make a sound. Okay. Well, on to the next one. Probably won't be as silent because now he knows what's coming. And yeah, she gave him his shot there, and he was crying. But he was like, in a few seconds, he was quiet. It was more like, hey, what you doing? You already did that. Was that necessary? But yeah, he was now a little over 10 kilos and 81 centimeters. So he's doing great. Yeah. Hopefully our daughter has her 3-year-old appointment in a little bit. But yeah, that's the thing with the whole pandemic stuff. Because she doesn't need to have any shots. Just like last year, the 2-year and 3-year appointments, they don't need any shots. So those are the appointments that go out of the new system, to say it like that. But they are now slowly picking everything back up. So with a little bit of luck, we get an appointment for her. But otherwise we might do it just to weigh her. So we know if she's growing okay or not. But yeah, she had her birthday. Well, it's by now already almost 2 weeks ago. Because her birthday was on the 27th. Yeah, 27th of June. And I missed a spot. So yeah, my little baby is already 3 years old. And developing a will of her own. Oh, geez, she can be a pain in the behind. But she can also be really cute, so I think that's just the issue with toddlers. Or kids in general. But yeah, we had on the day itself, we had a little birthday party because, yeah, with the whole pandemic rules here in the Netherlands, we can have 8 people over from the ages of 12 and up. So yeah, we couldn't invite the whole family, so we're just like, okay, we're just going to invite my parents, my husband's parents, and his sister with her boyfriend and her son, and have just like a small get together. I baked a cake with my daughter the day before, and my mother-in-law also baked a cake, which she decorated with unicorns and a rainbow, and she even put a candle with the number 3 on top. So she wanted to blow out a candle, but apparently she didn't want us to sing for her. So I lit the candle, we started to sing happy birthday, and she was like completely like not happy with it. She got off her chair and started sobbing. It was funny and sad at the same time. Yeah, she did the same thing last year. It was like, too many eyes on me. I don't want this. But yeah, once it was out and everybody was minding their own business again, it was good, luckily. But yeah, she had a fun time. It was fun to have the family, well, a little bit more at the same time around. So that was fun. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Hopefully next year we can get the whole family over again, but we'll see. Because yeah, at least over here the numbers are picking up again, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad and we need to go in another lockdown again, but pray for the best, prepare for the worst, we'll say. Not that I am a praying person, but yeah. You know what I mean? What else did happen? Yeah, with yesterday, then the whole day going kind of sideways because I actually also needed to run to the city center and needed to go grocery shopping because the day before it didn't work out the way I planned. So yeah, that also didn't go as planned. But yeah, since we needed to be at the doctor's appointment for our son at 2:15, and yeah, luckily, because my husband needed to be back at work, my mother-in-law thought, I asked her if it was okay if I dropped my daughter off because I couldn't take her with me to the doctor's appointment. Yeah, my husband needed to be back in at 1 o'clock, and yeah, again, needing to go like an hour later, that wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, she was like, okay, you can bring her over. And once I was there, she was like, hey, since I said like, I don't know how late I can precisely pick her up because I need to go grocery shopping. I need to pick up a few things from the city center, and because he didn't sleep well before, I probably need to put him in bed again. And yeah. So she was like, okay, you know what? Does she like macaroni? Well, most of the time she does. Don't know for sure, but only one way to try. Well, only one way to figure out, and that is try. Sorry. So she was like, you know what? Just come and pick her up at 6 o'clock, and you can do hopefully a little bit easier, and don't need to rush around, and I don't need to sit and wait for you. And she also has fun at Grandma and Grandpa's house. So yeah, I was grateful for that. So I went to the appointment, went to the city center. One of the things I wanted was like a decoration kind of thing. Well, we had like a, how do you call it? Yeah, here it is, een reclamefolder, which is basically like a, yeah, a flyer with all the sale stuff. I don't know if you have them where you're from and how they're called, but yeah, there was a fun decoration thing for outside, and I went to the store and it was as ugly as could be. So I was like, nope, ain't gonna happen. But I needed to be there anyway, but the thing I needed to have, they didn't have anymore. I was like, okay, I'm not going to look around for a different variation because I needed new deodorant because mine was empty and I didn't know that before. So yeah, now I need to find a new sort. So yeah. So yeah, that did not go according to plan. And once I put my son back in the car, he started to fuss a little bit. So I was like, you know what, let's go back home and at least give him some food to see if he wants, and see if he maybe wants to nap again, since he did not sleep really well. So I gave him a banana, gave him some blueberries, put him in bed, and he slept until 5 o'clock, which was an hour and a half. And normally around that time he doesn't sleep at all. So yeah, by the time he woke up, my husband was home already. And we needed to eat and then pick up our daughter, so grocery shopping still wasn't possible. So I made sure I ate early today so I could go grocery shopping when my husband was back home on his lunch break today. So yeah, normally we do that on a Sunday afternoon, but this Sunday afternoon, yeah. It was looking kind of grayish the entire day, and was one of those days that you don't want to go outside either way. But the time that we actually wanted to, well, he actually wanted to go out and do the grocery shopping, it started to pour down quite a bit. Normally here in the area it isn't that bad, but it was bad. It poured down like crazy. The street sewers here couldn't even handle it. As I said before, I live on the top of, well, almost on top of a hill, and I was really glad we do. Because now it flooded right next to the street next to us. Luckily for us, we are in a, well, sort of like a corner house. We have the street in front of our house, and we have a street next to our house. Which meant that when the sewer system in the street ran over, well, couldn't take it anymore, and it, well, literally ran past, it just moved past us and, well, moved downhill from there. So yeah, I even made, well, my husband made a video about it, of it. I don't know if for sure how it turned out. I haven't looked at it before. If it's okay, I might even insert it here somewhere. But yeah, it came down quite hard. And yeah, we were like, okay, with that weather, we're not going to go through it, and we're not even gonna try afterwards, because yeah, everywhere it was a mess. And the day after it still wasn't completely dry, so yeah. So yeah, that's why we couldn't do our shopping then. Luckily we had enough to make do for today and Monday. And today, for once, I am filming on a Tuesday, so yeah. Not very often, but sometimes it happens, because yesterday evening my son and also my daughter did not want to go to sleep, so yeah. Today they didn't want to, but they're asleep now, at least. My baby monitor is not turned on because they're making noise, so I'm guessing they are asleep now. But yeah, that was our Sunday and Monday. But yeah, as I said, luckily we had an open house because I went to the Lidl on Saturday. And also that did not turn out the way we planned. Because I bought some corn to make popcorn. So the kernels sort of like dried. So I only need to pop them in a kettle and in the pan and just heat them up. Thought like, you know what, probably our daughter would think that's fun to make a little popcorn and watch like a mini movie or something. So like, you know what, I saw them standing there and was like, hey, I'm just going to take it. Well, I came home. I put the rest of the groceries away. And I came back up because it was in the basement, and I came back up and my husband was like, you know there's a bug in the corn, right? I was like, wait, what did you just say? So we wait a bit, and sure enough, there was a bug that was alive inside the bag of popcorn kernels. And I was like, I'm definitely not gonna eat that. So yeah. We now have a bag of popcorn on our countertop with a bug in it. And at least this afternoon I saw his head popping up, so it's still alive, at least at that point. So this week somewhere I need to also go back there, and yeah. ask for my money back because I am not gonna use that. I even made a video of it because, like, yeah, it doesn't always pop its head up when you want to. So yeah, like, here, there's a bug in it. I don't want it. Give me back my money. And I also don't want them to switch it out because I don't trust them now. Because if it's in one bag, it might be in different bags. And yeah, you don't know how long it's been there. So yeah. Fun. Let's see, what else of the craziness happened? Let's think. Yeah, we played a lot of Animal Crossing. My husband bought a Nintendo Switch, I think now 1 or 2 months ago. He was thinking about buying one like a long time. And he could get one now from a co-worker of his. He didn't do anything with it and was like, you know what? Give me that amount of money and you can have it. And the amount he asked was actually kind of ridiculous because it was that cheap. And he like bought it and used it. Maybe, I believe he even said he used it for a special purpose, but the one he bought didn't have that option. So he like literally bought it from Nintendo, I believe refurbished, took it out of its box and put it back in. And that's it. So yeah, and if it is bought by Nintendo, a Nintendo shop itself, you can be quite sure that it works. So yeah, we thought it was a steal. So yeah, now we have a Nintendo Switch, and like basically one of the first games we bought for it was Animal Crossing because since we've been eyeballing a Switch for longer, we already known about some games, and I heard a lot of great things about Animal Crossing. And yeah, I need to say it really is kind of fun to play around. My husband and I play together on one island. Need to say, most of the times he plays and I just sit and watch. But also that is fun. He just asks my input to like where put this, where put that. What shall we do next? Like do we this first or shall we do that first? And yeah, it's fun. So most of the times now I'm having even less diamond painting time because yeah, it's fun. No, most of the times I do like one section a day, and then after that I'm gonna join him. But he also has his own games, so most of the times when I am sitting here and doing my diamond painting, he is playing his own games, and when he has done the things for his games, and it's like, okay, I want to do that, because you also have like a few quote-unquote daily things. He's like, hey, I'm gonna start it up. You mind? And most of the time, like, okay, I'm joining you in a bit. Like, I need this much or that much. And yeah. And I'm joining him. Yeah, and aside from that, I also, yeah, as you know, picked up playing with resin. Been busy with that yesterday, like almost an entire hour and a half. Yeah, and for now it's most of the times just playing around a bit. I have made an extra container to put my trash drills in because the one I made first, I didn't put enough wax in the lid, so the lid slides off really easy, and since it's standing here on my table, once I'm not diamond painting, it's not the best if, excuse me, the lid keeps sliding off. So yeah. made me a new one, also with the trash drills. You might see the containers I made pop up every once in a while, especially when I'm a little bit lower on the images, because I do like to have my trash bin a little bit on the closer side. Don't know if you see it like in this one already, but you might see them like pop up in the view as soon as I'm a little bit lower in an image. But yeah, I have made two now with square drills. The one I am working with now is my first go, so that was a square one. But the annoying thing is sometimes the drills sink in a mold and sometimes they float. So yeah, it's hard to predict where the drills will end up and where there will be a piece of clear resin. But I still think they're cute, so I'm not changing them. And the second I made with rounds. And then yesterday I made another one with squares. And that was all the trash I have now. So once I am planning on doing a next one, I am going to grab out of my stash of leftover drills. Obviously, first off, the quote-unquote bad drills, like the AliExpress versions, or maybe the ones from the diamond dots I did, because they don't have a DMC number, so I might use those. Need to see, but for now 3 is enough, so at least for this time I don't need any more. But who knows? Maybe if you want some, you let me know. Shoot me a message on Facebook and I'm sure we can work something out. Because yeah, shipping them will probably be a pain in the behind. But yeah. Can't think of much. How long have I been rambling? Let's see. 37 minutes. I'm faster than I thought. Didn't expect to be done already. Thought I would be rambling for like an hour or so. But yeah, that probably also comes because I most of the times have a lot in my head that I want to say and forget what I want to say as soon as I'm pressing record. But yeah. My brain isn't always the best, to say it like that. And yeah, hopefully getting in my resin pigments and stuff to color them so I can start some new things and try some other things with them. But yeah, I like it, but again, it takes up time. And I have like from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, 3 hours to do everything. But yeah. Might make a video about it in the future if you have any ideas what you want to see. Like I have, if it's okay, if it's coming in, at least that's the question, should be in by now, but I haven't. I have dominoes coming. I have then my storage trash can kind of things with lids. I have 2 spherical molds, but those are, at least for now, a right pain in the behind, because I'm still figuring out what I do and I have like no clue what I am doing. Yeah, I have some things to make necklaces and yeah, a little bit of everything. And I still have a lot of plans to do. I'm planning to make some dice, but also my husband wants to make them. Phil wants me to make them. Can say that better, to give them as gifts to some people, but we need to figure out if we are going to order those molds in time or not. So we'll see. But yeah. Also needing to do more on Crazy Cat Lady because I haven't been around to do that last week because I've been working on this one. My So Little Books, So Little Books, So Many Books, So Little Time, not the other way around. By Diamond Dog Club from Randall Spangler. Because yeah, I pre-record some of the footage, so yeah. But yeah, I guess that was my rambling for this week, because we are now at 41 minutes almost. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I have a couple of things coming up in the next few days, so I hope to see you soon. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And as I said before, I hope to see you next time. Bye.